Yo, what's up? We're back with another YouTube video. There's an app that I've been sleeping on that a lot of people have been telling me about. And I've used it before, but I haven't really used it to its full potential. And I kind of got put on to it again, reintroduced to it. And the app I'm talking about, you could probably tell from the thumbnail and from the title, is an app called Koala by Elf Audio. This is a very capable sampler, basically a DAW in your phone. You can literally do this anywhere. You can import your samples from your drive. I'm on iOS, I'm on an iPhone. So from your files, you can screen record and sample directly from YouTube or Spotify. You can't do it from Apple Music because as soon as you hit the screen record on an iPhone device, the sound mutes out, which is understandable. So what I'm gonna do, just as you guessed, I'm about to cook up on Koala right here on the iPhone. And you can see everything I'm doing over here. All right, so first things first,
I'll eat your brain.
I recorded a sample just so you wouldn't have to go through that. Click a pad. I have it as import. If I click this right here, there's the options for mic, resample, because you can resample pads. Let me just click that. Resample buses, I guess. I've never tried that. Mic is basically your iPhone mic. You can sample, use it as a field recorder, I guess, technically. And then there's import file. That's what I use. So when you click a pad, it pops up to this screen down here at the bottom. And these are the locations that I've actually added. When you hit the bottom button in the middle there that says add location, you can add something that you normally go to on a regular basis. So it makes it easier for you when you're trying to find your samples. But what I'm going to do is go here, press this hamburger menu and go import video. Because I screen recorded something from YouTube, the video is there with the audio. It'll compress it, and there you go. So now the sample is on pad 1. All right. So you go edit. It's a one shot by default. I think I set it up to be a one shot. Turn it off for a sec. What I would do is, because I do like that intro, I would duplicate. Okay, never mind, sorry. What I would do first of all is put it in its own choke group. Put it as choke group 1 so that when I duplicate it, it's still in the same choke group and they can't overlap each other. Duplicate that. So the second one is going to be the main sample, but the first one I'm going to use just for the intro. So you pinch to zoom, go to the beginning, audition it. Yeah. I wish there was like a roll function like on the SP. If there is, somebody let me know. That's the spot right there. 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. So that's my 2-bar intro. Actually, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to delete this, duplicate this. So then I'll start from here. And I'll go back to one shot because I like working with one shots. Put the loop on just to see how it loops. A little earlier. Right? I could either do that and then duplicate that again and continue. Or let me just maybe make it a 4-bar. go. Take the loop off. Okay, so for your sequence now, I'm gonna start here because I'll show you why. Because this will be the intro sequence, the far left one. Double tap it because I know it's a 4-bar loop. I'll make the sequence 4 bars, and I'll just tap the intro. Tap the first one. Everything's pinched to zoom just to get the right thing, right? BPM wise, obviously, I'm not trying to make a beat that's 110 BPM. Slide it left or right with your finger. I'm gonna go for 83. There you go. Now, when I play it, nothing happens. I don't know why. There you go. Oh, sorry. My apologies. You go back to sample, edit, and what you want to do is stretch it. The time stretch on this is really good. There. So now my sequence. Right? Go back to this one. I know this one is 2 bars. It's already set. Stretch that. 1 shot. And I could probably use that as a, which I probably will. What I do now, stop that, go to sample, and you can play with the pitch. I think it's a little fast. So, -1. I want to make this same, but match with the key. Alright. I'm going to double it. And then double up. Then I'll double this part so that the turnaround happens. And then this. Get it? Here's my sequence, my 8-bar sequence. Right? That's the vibes. Okay, and the reason I did that here, because I know this is just a 2-bar intro. Play that. And then what you want to do is click the BPM, and then when it goes to sequence, I think it's sequence end, or it's autoplay. Sequence end, autoplay, I think. Let's see. So you click, and then this one flashes, so it'll play the next sequence after. What happens at the end of the sequence is what I don't remember. Almost like a song mode. I actually don't know how to get it to loop. Which is weird. It was just looping. Autoplay. End of sequence. Okay, that's the loop. There you go. My bad. Alright, so it is sequence end, and don't do autoplay because then it will just end after you finish playing it, which doesn't make sense. Sequence end sounds more like it would end after the sequence. But what do I know? So yeah, that's my loop so far. Many things you could do with it. You can go to sample, edit, hit this mix right here. I would take this out because, you know, I want to add my own bass line. And then also this thing over here that says main, you click down the drop down menu, and I'm going to put that on bus A, and I'll tell you guys why in a minute. So you got to stay in sample, and then you just click one of the pads, and then this samples menu will drop up. If you go file provider storage, for me that's my files file, and then I have a bunch of stuff in here. Go to my should I chop up a break? Try that one. And then what you do is you drag it. Stop that. I know it's 75 BPM because I made this break, obviously. Turn up my volume a little bit so I can hear it louder. This is a long break. I think this is like 16 bars. Or at least 8. So yeah, same thing, stretch it. Pretty straightforward. And here's another thing you could do now. In this list of options, you scroll down until you see tools. Hit tools, hit auto chop. So there's different ways. You could chop by transient, which would probably make sense for a breakbeat if you want to play it. Make them one shots. If you weren't just playing them sequentially, as in like equal chops, then you would put the choke on. Equal chops, you would put the choke on. But if it's just by transient, then I would leave the choke off. So you could still play a snare and a hi-hat at the same time, or even a kick and a hi-hat at the same time. You'd want the choke off. But for equal chops, which is what I'm going to do, just to make things easier, I would go to 8 equal chops, and if they're not perfect, you can go and test them. Maybe I'll do 16, just to make it a little bit more dynamic. And then I would turn the choke on, but I would go choke group 2 because choke group 1 is the sample. Stay with me. I won't keep the original because it'll keep a bigger piece, which I don't care to do. Lazy chop, if you know what a lazy chop is, you can do it manually. And you're pressing that little red thing, right? I'll do equal chops, 16 chops, chop. So it's putting it on 16 pads, lay it across the whole thing. You know what? I'm going to do that again. I'm going to delete these. You can hold 2 at a time, and you can just swiping them up until that garbage can appears. And the reason I'm doing it over is because I want to put it on bank B. Right? So I'm pressing the first bank, dragging the beat there, hitting it again, edit, tools, auto chop, equal chops, 16 chops, choke group 2, 1 shot, chop. Bang. So now, right? They cut each other off. But I mean, it's a good break either way. So I could chop it up more, but it's already my pattern, so it's not like I don't need to get too crazy with it. So all right, something like that. Just like any other DAW, you hold record and play, and it'll start the record process. So that is what I'm going to do. I think my sample is a little loud. So we go to sample, go to page A, that's where the sample is. All right, and I'll just turn it down a little bit. I'll do it to the intro too, just because I should be a little bit more precise with these numbers, which I could do if I held, if you hold edit and then click, you can select two pads at the same time, and then you can turn down the volume globally, right? And then back to page B. I would actually do that again, hold edit, select all my pads, and I would turn these up a little bit, even if they're clipping a little bit. I want that to slap, if you will. And then we're back here. Let's just try it. The idea, right? Let's add some more stuff. I could put the percussion here because it only matters by choke group. So if I want to add some perks or whatever, I could add it to the drum, or I could add it to a different bus, a different choke group. Sorry. So you click the pad, and let's get out of here. Let's go to, what else we got in here? Go one shots. Let's go to these guys. I think I have a little bit of a, yeah, add a little bit of that. Seasoning. Same thing. Click it. Stretch it. I don't even have to listen to it because I know it's already stretched. Just put it at the beginning, and then we're good. Turn it down a little bit. Even less. You just scroll down and you can see on the left hand side, you'll see the number, which is the bank numbers. They're pretty random. I'm just looking to see if if I basically manually quantize it, but actually, if you look right here, it was quantized, which is fine for this example. All right, so there's that. Okay, and then now, the reason we did the choke groups now, So this is choke group 1, as you can see right here, choke group 1. And then these drums, sorry, on page B, are choke group 2. Sorry, choke group 2. So if you go to perform, you have to have the Samurai upgrade for this. So bus A, sorry, I'm ahead of myself. I could just do this in my head and not really have to explain it, right? So let's go to that. Let's go to A, and then scroll over to mix. Sorry, yes, sorry. You scroll over to mix. Click this one. It's on bus A, right? Then you go to page B. These ones are not on a bus yet. So I hold edit, and I'm selecting all of my drums. And I'm going to put that on bus B. The reason why is because I love sidechain. So A, bus A is our sample. Let's label it just so we don't get confused. Sample. Bus B is drums. So these are all the effects that you have access to. Let's go sidechain. And the source is the drums, which is bus B. All right? Press play. And you hear how it's ducking it? It's a little extreme. So I'll pull back on the threshold. You can go all the way. I'll pull back a little bit. Right? Let's add a little bit of effects to our sample, a little reverb. Maybe even a little bit of delay. Let's go like a 1/4 quarter delay. Turn down the mix a little bit. Solo it. Take out a little bit of the top end of the drums, a little bit dustier. Add a little bit of compression to the drums too. That's a little bit too much. Hard ass compression. And they also have these performance effects. This is applied to the master. So if you go to the next page, they have a compressor. Very extreme. I press hold so that it stays. I'll do it without it for now. Back to page A. Stop this. Let's load up a bass sound. And when in doubt, just go for the old trusty Liverpool bass. I don't know what it's doing. I'm not really good with the synths. So we'll use that. Same thing. It's already in scale mode. I'll go back to minor. I'm going to put this, go back to this. I'm going to put this in a choke group, so I can't play more than one bass note at a time. I'll put in choke 3 so that it just replays instead of echoing over. I could just shorten the note and then adjust the release. Right? Something like that. Something like that. I don't know what I'm doing, buddy. There we go. There you go. I'll get to that last bar when I get there. So it's just that last bar I gotta figure out. Because the intro is the same as that last bar, I'm just gonna just loop this so I can hear what the note is supposed to be. It's the same, right? Maybe that. How do I just play that half of the bar? I don't want to have to listen to the whole 8 bars just to get to that end part. You dig me? Is there a way to play it from here? Oh, there we go. No? What is this then? I'm not sure. I'm just gonna try it. Good enough, whatever. Okay, and then you go, same thing for sample, the bass here. Go to mix. I'm gonna put this on its own bus C. Go back to perform, click this bottom right mixer button, and let's just call this bass, just so we know. And I'll add a little bit of sidechain to that. Also coming from the drums. I still want it to punch through a little bit more. Maybe add a little bit of drive. Pretty straightforward. Sample, drum, bass. All right. So what I would do a little gain staging. Turn my and then what you could do is add a limiter to the end, to the master. Other things you could do to it, but I guess a little EQ. What else? Scroll down, you got the vinyl warble. What else? Could bit crush it if you wanted to. Get your little 8-bit beats going on. Hamburger menu, delete that. These drums are punching real hard though. All right, stop, right? Let's just save this, just so I show you how. Save as, let's call this, let's just call this koala bear, because I'm very original and very imaginative. So that's the koala bear beat, just so that I have it. I don't want anything to happen. Not that anything has ever happened. So you hit that hamburger menu again, and to get a bounce out of the song, you hit record song, you press OK. And then however you play this now, it'll even play your effects in real time and basically live automation or whatever you want to call it. So start with the intro, press play. Now I'll just mess around with the effects. Slowly fade her out. Press play. Koala Bear is the name. Press OK. And then where you want to send it to, I'll just send it to my files. Just in the downloads. Press save. Boom. You're done. You're done. Save it. Sorry. Save it again just for whatever changes I've made. Double click that actually. Save it again. Take off the solo. I just used to saving a lot. So there you go. That's how you make a beat in Koala. It's a very dope app, very capable sampler, as you said. You know, that was just a little quick thing. You know, I didn't want to dwell too much on certain elements and all that, but you can go as far as you want to go. They just added the new synth, like literally yesterday when I'm recording this video, so I haven't really had a chance to mess around with it and get too familiar with it. Plus, I'm not the greatest synth player, you know what I mean? So, but definitely check that out and experiment and do whatever you got to do when you're making your beats. But also you can integrate the Koala app with the SP404, which is something that I'm very excited about. I know I'm so late to the game. Like, this is not anything new. People have been using this app for literally years. I realize there's even stem separation on it, which I didn't even touch in this example, but it's just, like I said, it's a very capable sampler. You could do anything that you really want to do to get your idea across. And it could also be exported as an Ableton Live set, which is crazy. After you make the beat here, airdrop it to your computer if you're on a Mac, throw it in Ableton, and then further use your VSTs and plugins, whatever, to mix your beat to another level. So if you guys want to see me use it and integrate it with this bad boy, let me know in the comments, because that's definitely something that I want to experiment with. It's, you know, the fact that you get to use the SP's effects as far as, like, you know, the 303 vinyl sim, their compressor, you know, tape saturation, DJ effects, loopers, and live performances. Plus, you can also get the sidechain effect, which I love, especially for these type of beats. It's kind of like a win-win. I don't know why they haven't implemented that into the 404 yet. But if that's something that you guys want to see, let me know. I'll definitely do a video of me making a beat with Koala and the SP404 back and forth simultaneously, because they do talk to each other, if you will. Very dope and capable sampler right in your pocket. There's no more excuses. Make beats whenever you can. With that being said, like, comment, and subscribe, and all that shit they tell you to do. Make more beats. Peace.